Hello all. We're now doing some preparation work for AMA. We'll soon start in a minute or two. Hello all. Thank you for participation. We're now in the process of preparing the AMA. I think we'll be able to start in a minute. Okay, let us get started. Hello, my name is David M, and I'm a core contributor of Origo Network, and I'm very glad to have this AMA session with all of you, and thank you for your participation. We have noticed that there has been a lot of questions within the official communication channels. So at this time, I'll try to answer as many questions as possible to the extent that I can answer. And I hope that this can suffice some of those questions that you had in your mind. Okay, so we have collected a lot of questions from the community. Let's go over the question. The first question was raised by the Telegram user, whose name is BADMAES. And the question itself is, why not immediately put all the codes on the GitHub? So basically, this question is, why don't we open source? So we will eventually upload our codes to GitHub, especially upon the launch of our mainnet. In the past, we have not uploaded our code to the GitHub due to majorly two reasons. First, plagiarism is one of the concerns that we had from the beginning, as privacy-preserving protocol is a unique feature of Origo, and even within the blockchain industry. So we wanted to protect our codes from plagiarism. In addition, we believe that revealing codes after finalization with better code structure is more effective and better for the public in general. Being an open source means it will bring requests from the public, and when our code structure are more complete in terms of its organization, it can reduce unnecessary issues from the public, and the public will be able to explore our codes in a more efficient manner. So we're currently working hard to finish on features that are, and we're spending more time on final touch of Origo features. So as soon as those are done, we'll be able to open source our codes, especially upon our mainnet launch. Okay, So now see the second question on the chat. This question was raised by DJ Chahal, and the question was, what are the incentives that will be given to developers who have interests in building PApps on Origo Network before mainnet? So regarding those incentives, I believe those developers will gain opportunities to explore Origo Network, Origo Network's unique privacy-preserving features ahead of other developers, and also have some opportunities to build privacy-enabled dApps, which is called PApp, based on our Origo platform. Furthermore, their feedbacks and needs on PApps will be incorporated into the future development of Origo's features by our tech team. I hope that this answers your question. Okay, let's move on to the third question. So this is the question that has been raised by sdolgi, a Telegram user ID sdolgi. So the question is, Origo team, thanks for the opportunity to ask questions. What are the main uses of Origo tokens, which will allow the use of privacy? So basically, the main uses of Origo tokens, like similar to Ethereum, Origo token is a utility token for all transaction costs, including private transactions, and also contract execution costs. In addition to that, Origo token can also support private transactions too. So those are the usages of Origo tokens. I hope that this answers your question. What else? Okay. So Origo team member is actually helping me to select those questions. And oh, here is your question. Here's the question. So this was raised by NeoPri24, the Telegram ID. And the question is, you have shown your existing privacy apps can add real value to the insurance. Has there been any interests from public companies to apply this technology for mainstream commercial use? So basically, this is the question regarding whether there are companies outside who approach to us for implementation of our protocol. To answer the question, yes, multiple companies have shown us interest in applying our protocol, and we already have demonstrated our protocol to those related companies. And after our demonstration, they showed us great interest in our solutions. And though we are collaborating, we don't have enough bandwidth to provide a solution for integrating into Origo chain yet. However, we'll work on that too, on rear world side too. I hope that this answers your question. And the next question is, raised by jchandra116, the Telegram ID. And the question is, what is the view of Origo team about the project for the next 2 years? I mean, what is Origo's main goal for the next 2 years in terms of achieving privacy? Is Origo going to support, is Origo going to surpass Zcash and Monero in the next 2 years? Okay, interesting question. So we believe nothing is impossible. So for the next 2 years, we would like to focus more on better usability of Origo protocol and adoption to the public. Furthermore, we will aim to provide better transaction experience, maybe even using cell phones without desktop connection, and more use cases such as integration with other payment systems, etc. So we believe that nothing is impossible, and we'll strive our best and put our utmost efforts to achieve those goals. Okay. Let's move on to the next question from now on. This is the question that's been raised by NeoTry24. And the question is, congratulations on your exciting new partnership with EOST. Please discuss exactly how this collaboration will provide greater exposure and awareness of the Origo project to broader crypto community. Okay, so yes, as you mentioned, we recently announced our long-term strategic partnership with EOST. And Origo Network has been working with EOS developers for technology collaboration for a while. And upon the completion of the collaboration, Origo Network's layer 2 protocol will be implemented on layer 1 infrastructure of EOS, and it will provide privacy on smart contract. So, and with regard to how this collaboration will provide greater exposure and awareness of the Origo, as the collaboration with the EOST project will show that our layer 2 protocol can be implemented into different layer 1 infrastructures, it will show not only that our protocol is compatible with Ethereum, but also with various blockchain layer 1 infrastructure. And in the future, accordingly, this will lead into broader awareness and adoption of Origo technology, I believe. Yes, thank you. Let's move on to the next question. Yes, this could be one of the most common questions that's been raised by the community. It's the question raised by X Trilla, and the question is, when you're gonna list the token on the top exchange, Origo needs high volume exchange. So regarding exchange questions, at this moment, multiple exchanges have been working with Origo Network members, not just the Origo Foundation, but also other contributors like private sale token purchasers are processing the listing timelines. So I hope that this answer helps you in understanding that we are working with multiple exchanges. Yes. And with regard to exchange questions, as we believe many of you are also a member of Origo Network, please feel free to introduce or link exchanges if you have any exchanges that you'd like to get listed anytime. Let's move on to the next question. This question has been raised by Panteris, and the question itself is, everyone noticed that you removed the team and the list of funds that had on the site. Can you explain? Yes. So you can understand the removal of the list of funds and the team as one of many steps to strengthen the decentralization of Origo Network, because true decentralization has been always the core mission of Origo Network. So you can think it as one of the steps to move forward to the true decentralized governance and decentralization. And furthermore, we have noticed some of those scam efforts of people pretending to be a Origo core contributor based on the information on the website. So removing the information will not only contribute in realizing the decentralized governance, but also reduce those scam and spam efforts. I hope that this answers your question. Yes, thank you for raising this question too. Okay, we'll move on to the next question. Okay. So here is another question raised by Panteres, the Telegram ID. What are your plans for Asia? For Asia, we believe that Asian markets have great potentials for growth. So, an Origo network itself has already had some basic contributors in Asian markets, and they are working hard to engage with even larger community in Asia. So we'll make sure to expand in a way in Asian markets that is in fully compliant with regional laws and regulations. So we are also, yes, striving to expand and grow within Asian markets. Correct. Okay, I think this answers your question. So somebody raised the question that what about your plans in 2019? As we have demonstrated from our testnet in the beginning of this year with three core functions. The first one is confidential transaction and also privacy preserving protocol that enables smart contract and the switch function between private and public transactions. We'll complete those functions with our mainnet launch. So the year of 2019 will be the year that we will focus more on our mainnet launch. And as we move forward from our mainnet launch, as we have explained before from somebody else's question, in the future we'll focus more on better usability of Origo protocol and adoption to the public. That's what we've been working on. And we're trying to provide better transaction experience, maybe even using cell phones, without desktop connection and payment systems, etc. Okay, let's move on to the next question. So the next question is, it has been raised by Hexby, and the question itself is, do you have any serious partnerships that you haven't talked about yet? Yes, so we have been working very hard towards partnerships and technology collaborations, and we've been continuing those collaborations even at this moment. I think EOS's long-term strategic partnership is a great example and a good example, and we're working on similar partnerships too. So we will announce, Origo will announce when that's available. So please stay tuned for those partnerships. Okay, I think these questions pretty much answered what the community has been asking for. And as we announced previously, we decided to select the ones who provided us constructive questions for OGO award. We have actually selected two questions from those two users, which is, the first one is Telegram ID DJ Chahar, and the second one is NeoPride24, which raised the question about partnership with IOST, and what are the collaboration process and things going on with the EOST. And congratulations on your selections. And I think this concludes today's AMA, and thank you again for your participation on today's AMA, and we'll strive our best and put our utmost efforts to communicate with the community. And yes, thank you so much for your participation, and once again, our team will work our best to achieve the goals that we have set. Thank you so much.